Hey, I'm Matt Hutchins, and he's Dave Mulvaney, and this is Profitability MD. Dave, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing great, Matt. How are you?
I'm good. A little rainy, drizzly day here in Atlanta. What's it like down there in Florida?
Sunny and beautiful.
As it always is. All right,
Not
episode
always.
one, episode 117, 41 ways to grow your business. 41 ways to grow your business, okay? And so this kind of comes out of our basic stuff. I like to call it the wheel of fortune, your wheel of fortune. And we got a whole pie chart here. But remember we talked about in the past, the 5 ways to grow your business, right? Well, 6 ways. You got to have some fundamentals, some foundations. Then you got to get more leads, which means more opportunities, more at bats. Then you got to get more conversions. So when you're in front of a client or a prospect that you can close the deal. Then you've got to get more transactions. So how to get more wallet share, get them to buy from you more frequently, upsells. And then we got to say from there, we go to higher prices, right? And prices might be value added bonuses. We've talked about those in the past. And then more profits. We're talking about increasing your profitability. So those are the main categories. It's 5 categories, actually 6 if you say the fundamentals and the foundations on top of that. And inside of there, there are a bunch of different categories that we can kind of go through. So I thought we could just kind of spitball on where to, there's certain places you and I like to go to and start with. But this conversation kind of started with a conversation I had with a digital marketing expert this morning. And so I was talking with him, and he was talking about he's great as a digital marketer at generating leads. What he's not good at is helping his clients convert those leads, right?
And
so conversion was one of those steps. Go ahead.
and so, and I think this is a good point to bring up. When you have a business, a lot of business owners try to be everything to their business. And so this, I would say this moves into the foundation, especially under policies and procedures that, look, if you're not good at something, you probably ought to outsource it, meaning it doesn't mean like send it to somebody, a little child working in a factory in Vietnam. That's not what outsourcing necessarily means. It could mean you hire somebody and you bring them in part-time or full-time, whatever. But the point is, I forget who said it, but if you're really bad at something and that's all you work on, you're just going to be fairly good at something you're still bad at. And so that's what you don't want to do as an entrepreneur. You want to start looking at, like we call them our A+ activities. You want to find where you're best and then delegate what are not your. So what you were talking about there's somebody very good at getting leads, but helping their clients convert those leads. That's where they ought to have a joint venture. Now we're going into another section of being profitable. Right. A joint venture with somebody who's really good at conversions.
Right.
So
right. And then, so we would say, so we've got here our little pie chart that we use, 5 ways to increase your conversions, to get better at converting clients. And so
I'm going to show the pie chart here, Matt, for just a second, if you want.
Yeah, let's do that.
We'll just bring it up on the screen, and it'll kind of give us something to look at while we're going through this. So
yeah. So if we're talking about, I was talking to a digital marketer, he's getting some leads for the landscapes, but he needs the landscaper to do a better job of closing the opportunities. So how could he help his client? How do we help clients get better at conversions? We've talked about that before, a compelling offer. What's your irresistible offer? That's one way to get higher good conversion, is to have a really good offer, right? How to have scripts. We need scripts. What do we say and how do we say it? What are the hot buttons of our prospects and how do we hit those hot buttons? Initial closing rates. So again, when we have a lead, is it a hot lead? I think somebody in there has a warm lead, a cold lead, and a smoking hot lead, right? We want to make it so we're talking to smoking hot leads. So there's some pre-filtering that we need done to help us increase our conversion rates. We've talked about this a lot, is follow-up and drip campaigns. Those are 2 different categories, but they overlap. And we talked about usually it takes somewhere between 5 to 12 times before somebody will close a transaction, yet somewhere like 92% of people quit after the first 4 contacts, right? We had a whole chart on that one time.
So I want to stop a minute on the compelling offer and the scripts, because years ago, I had a manufacturing company. It was even before we had the manufacturing company. I had a very technical product to sell, and it was a tough sale. And so we really focused on the offer and the scripts. And the scripts were more refined over time of what not to say versus what to say. And I can't stress this enough. If you've got some kind of offer, I don't care if it's the most technical offer on the planet, you're an electrical engineer, you've designed this great product, whatever it is, you've got to get the compelling offer in your script right. Because if you end off going off on a tangent on something technical, you'll lose the mind and the vision and the view of your I say reader, but if it's somebody you're talking to, and once you lose them in the conversation, it's very hard to get them back. Then you're selling. So the goal of the offer and the scripts, I believe, is to put you in a position where you don't have to sell, where what you've said is such a good offer, the compelling offer. They say, wow, I really want that problem solved in my life.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. Exactly right. Yeah. I have a problem, and I'm pretty convinced that you can solve my problem. That's exactly right. Today is St. Patrick's Day, and so we were talking about that. We had pulled up, 41 St. Patrick's Day specials or something like that. But on that, let's see, can we, let's take this thing down and
bring up the St. Patty's Day offers?
Yeah, which I thought was interesting. Yeah, pull that one up. Can we pull that one up?
Yep, you got it. I will, 41 St. Patty's Day offers, which is quite the
yeah, there you go. So that was just something that we had Googled. And so this is where you and I were calling it the calendar, using an excuse to use a calendar as a way to make special offers. Now, again, you and I talked about in past episodes, we're not always talking about discounting. We pretty much are anti-discounting, but we talk about, value-added bonuses and packaging things together so you get a better sale, a better irresistible offer, as opposed to, hey, 10% off or 20% off or stuff like that.
But you will notice in many of these offers, and I think it's important to notice, is that they're not necessarily a big sale. It might be, like I saw yesterday. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, look at Arby's right there. Arby's has Celebrate with a Mint chocolate chip shake available for a limited time. So what is that? It is a special offer. It's a limited time offer, and it's a special flavor. Nowhere in there is it a discount off of that. It's just, hey, we're having this mint chocolate chip shake for I don't know how long it is, but let's just say it's for the month of March, and it ties right into St. Patrick's Day, which is all about the green.
And so that's actually a good offer because you've got the scarcity of the limited time, and so I mean, I'm not going to say whether Arby's is good or bad. I don't typically eat fast food.
I know. We're just talking about the specials, yeah.
But then you've got
Baskin-Robbins, same thing. Baskin-Robbins, St. Patrick's Day cupcake gift box. That was pretty good.
Yeah, enjoy a mint green treat like a chip polar pizza. Does not sound good, but it's
chocolate chip, but it's mint because it's green again.
So the Bubblegum Shrimp Company has James and Ginger. But the point is what all these companies have chosen to do, and I'm going to switch over to the tab. Can you see the fun holidays? Can you see that?
Yeah, there you go. That's where it's going to next. Yeah.
So there's a million reasons, almost one for every single day. If you want to plan out your calendar and you want to offer something that's scarce, and there are a lot of people who like these offers. You don't want to necessarily do one every day, but you could. But one a month, you could have a special offer that is like if your audience was Apple people. Well, on January 24th is Macintosh Computer Day. So, if that was your audience, knowing your audience, you would offer something on that day.
Right. That could be your special of the month. We've pulled up this calendar. What's the title of it called? I didn't even think where I got it off of here.
Fun Holidays.
Fun Holidays. Yeah, fun holidays, funny, random, and weird holidays. So the idea is that every day of the year, somebody's made up some funny, goofy holiday here. But you could use that to your advantage if you're doing a marketing campaign as a way to offer a special every month. And you mentioned it before we got on the call, was like, car dealers are great at this, right? It's President's Day, the President's Day sale, mattress companies, President's Day sales, Labor Day sale, Memorial Day weekend sale, right?
But when it comes to cars, it's very tough now, because what's the special offer? It's always either we've got the biggest inventory closeout, or which ultimately boils down to making you think you're going to get the best deal on a car. And the reality is, well, everybody's offering the same thing. It becomes very hard to differentiate yourself. And that's when, as a company, going back to that chart, you want to look for what makes you different.
Different or unique or just funny, right? So it says here, 10 Can Day is on January 19th. So your January 19th email could be, it's 10 Can Day, and have a funny little picture of it. Nobody knows what 10 Can Day is or why it's 10 Can Day, but then it becomes goofy silly, right? And then there's your special of the month. And then next month you could say, look, it says February 5th is Chocolate Fondue Day, I think is what it was. Where I think we just flipped through that.
Oh yeah, or February 5th is also Work Naked Day.
Work Naked Day. So you could send out a little February 5th email that said, hey, it's Work Naked Day. Because of that, we're having a special that you can buy these 2 items for the price of 1, right? And so you could literally create your content calendar and your content special around these silly, goofy, fun holidays. And you're almost giving yourself an excuse to call. Totally random, but a lot of people have a fear for cold calling. Oh, what am I going to say? What am I going to talk about? That's why people come up with scripts and stuff like that. But basically what you're looking for is a reason to call somebody, right? When you're making a cold call. This is a reason to email somebody, a reason to reach out to your audience. And it's a made up, fun, goofy reason but it's a reason, right? It's a reason.
It's an actual reason. And let's just, when you're writing, let's say you have to write an email you want to get like your business really successful, have 1 email per day, 365 days a year. If you talk to your clients that much, I promise whenever they need like their problem solved that you can fix, they're going to come to you, because you're there when they need it. But you could use this as your way to create your marketing message, literally writing an email every day. February 8th is Laugh and Get Rich Day. Well, that sounds like a great day. So Matt, I'm reaching out to you today on Laugh and Get Rich, because I was thinking about you, and it made me laugh because you were telling me how you were having trouble getting leads, and I want to show you how. So what I did is I took the day, and now I turned it into something to talk about how I'm going to help you solve your problem. And that's what you want. You could do the Ferris wheel day. You ever feel like you're just going round and around, not getting anywhere?
Perfect.
You could use any of these as an opener in an email. And that's what sales is all about, is can you have something to break the ice and then move into something?
Yes.
And that's so what you could use all these.
You're creating your own reason, your own excuses to reach out to clients. And then it becomes, like you said, that can be your funny, goofy thing, right? That's your thing. I'm on an email list. It's funny you say that. I can't remember who it is. And they do an email a day, and it's like the thought of the day. Hey, I was thinking last night about you, or I was thinking about how business owner struggles to get leads. I was thinking about how, you get plenty of leads, but you just can't convert. I was thinking about how you just can't find good employees these days. And so his email is his thought of the day. Now, who knows if he really wrote all these on Monday and then he just stacks them for the week, right? But it's 7, or I guess it's weekdays. So it's 5 random thoughts a week that he sends out an email. Again, what's he doing? Like you said, he's giving himself a reason to reach out to his audience and to get in front of them and add a little value. Again, add a little value, a little insight, a little thought, a little creativity. And you're just giving your own reason to reach out and contact.
And it's that reason that opens the door. So by the way, today's March 17th. And of course, it's St. Patty's Day. However, on that list, it's also Submarine Day.
Submarine Day, okay.
Which I don't know why that matters, but it's Submarine Day. So if you're having problems in your business and you're running up to obstacles, Well, like they say, sometimes you have to go over the obstacle, or sometimes you have to go under the obstacle. And that's what a submarine day is all about, is going under the obstacle.
That would be perfect.
But that's what I like about using some type of, I guess you could say, reminder.
Right.
Everybody wants to know, why are you contacting me?
Yep.
And how's it going to help me? I mean, that's
Right.
what they're really asking. The second their phone rings or the second that email comes in, why are you contacting me? Well, because it's Submarine Day.
Right.
You don't need, I mean, the real reason is because I want to sell you something. Okay. But,
right.
But the reality is you never want to be stuck selling on price. And this is what you and I mean, that's why we have that pie chart and that's why we have the Profit Accelerator calls, because if you're stuck selling on price, you're missing out on so many other things. Sometimes price is important, especially if you're going to run you see it a lot when, like, marketers, they put out a new event. Hey, we've got this new event coming up. And if you sign up, like, in the pre-days of the event, you'll get, normally it's $2,000 to attend, but if you sign up in the first 3 days, it's $197 or whatever. They offer this giant discount to act early. That's a little different. Maybe they haven't even launched the event, but I don't like discounting, especially if you got a hard line product. There has to be an excellent reason to offer a discount, and I'd rather offer the discount on the second, third, or fourth item as an upsell than
yeah, exactly right. But it's funny. I'm on a couple of different Facebook groups for small business owners, and you hear a lot of questions about, I need more leads, I need more clients, I need more money. That's what they need, right? And it's so funny. I hear questions like, do Facebook ads work? Do Google ads work? How are you guys getting clients? And my response has been, I've now got almost a canned standard response, is that's a tactic. Are you using Facebook ads or Google? We got to go do the foundation or the fundamentals, right? Who's your target market? What's your $1 million message or your market dominating position? And then what's your irresistible offer, right? Because if you have those things finely tuned, then the Facebook ad is just the delivery mechanism. The Google ad is just the delivery of that same message. An email drip campaign is just the delivery of that same message. But if you don't have a target market, $1 million message, why people do business with you, and an irresistible offer, how do I make it a no-brainer? Because if you have a no-brainer offer, then that's going to overcome any advertising mechanism, because it's a no-brainer by definition, right?
Yeah, what's a no-brainer? If it's, I buy one, get ones are no-brainers at restaurants. And I'll tell you what, Matt, it drives me nuts. People who put out coupons and they exclude, like, certain days of the week. Now, granted, I know you're busy, but if we've talked about the whole idea behind this, you get people in the door and they will buy other things. Even if you don't want to give that offer on a Friday night, give them another offer. Get them in the door. Don't piss people off with your offer.
We've talked about that before so I was out actually this weekend on a little golf trip, and one of the guys was talking about the CVS app, which I do not have, but CVS app. And CVS, I do know that they give you all kinds of coupons, and they're long receipts that are a mile long and that kind of stuff. But he was saying that he will get invariably once a week, once a month, I don't know, once every 2 weeks, some, 10% off, 15% off, 20% off one item. And he says, by gosh, if that doesn't get me in the door, and then what do? I buy all the extra stuff. Oh, while we're here, I need some cold medicine. I need some toothpaste. I need some shampoo. And that's really where they're making their money. That loss leader of that 20% off is basically probably their profit margin on a larger item, right? But they're willing to do that because then they make $1 on the shampoo and the toothpaste, right? But it gets you in the door and gets them in the habit of, well, I'll just go buy it at CVS because that's where I've been buying all my knick-knack stuff to begin with, right? So he's in the habit of it. Now, so again, it's not the coupon itself, because that was the loss leader. It's not the one product. They're going to make money because they know that's the upsell, that's the cross-sell, that's the downsell, is the other products you and I were talking about.
Yeah, so last night, Beth and I we ate out. I'll give a plug for Whitey's Fish Camp here in Jacksonville, or it's actually in Fleming Island. But talk about advertising. On the table, they had all these printed advertisements on the table. And I was reading the advertisements. Now, honestly, I cannot remember one of the companies that I read about, in all honesty. And I was asking my wife, I said, do you think these ads do anything? And she's like, well, I don't know. I said, well, I mean, this is not, I look for direct response marketing.
Right.
Where you give an offer and the people respond to the offer. That's basically what it boils down to. You get an irresistible offer and people respond to that. When you're advertising on a table, what you're doing is you're doing branding, and that doesn't work in a big way. There's nothing wrong with it if you get a really good deal and you're going to be on the table for a year, especially if you're a real estate agent. A lot of real estate agents, they just want their name out there. I get it. I mean, that's a different story. But advertising, no matter what you do, some people say advertising, no matter what you do, works. Well, I agree with that, because the company that doesn't advertise always advertises they're going out of business sale. But why would you want to waste money on advertising if it's not bringing you a result? I mean, that's what we really talk about is, why would I spend money on something unless, I don't know, is there any reason to spend money on something that doesn't bring a result?
No, and that's what you're saying. That ad should be, who's it directed to? What's the target market? What's the $1 million message? And what's the irresistible offer? It should be able to, we talked about before, interrupt, engage, educate, and offer, right? That's what an ad's supposed to do. Interrupt their train of thought, engage them, and I should read more about this. Why should I read? Educate them on why, what problem they have, irritate it, how to solve it, and then make the irresistible offer. That's what a good ad is supposed to do.
Yeah.
I'm talking with another project with a different marketing firm that I'm working on, and it goes back to the fundamentals, right? So they want to offer, theirs is a free offer to do a valuation and a scorecard. Here's how much is your business worth? Here's some areas of improvement. Here's your scorecard, right? And everybody wants to make all A's, and of course the scorecard says you don't make all A's. We do the same thing on financial planning, right? So your financial scorecard, and of course you're not going to be all A's, or you'd be perfectly fine. You don't need anybody's help, right? But invariably you're going to have, this is a great portfolio, but it's not diversified enough. It's a plan, but it may not be the most tax efficient plan, right? So you got a deficit there. Or it might be, this plan works for 70 years old, but when you're 60, it should be a different plan. So the point is, the scorecard of your business is worth X, it's worth $500,000, but if we fix these other things on the scorecard, it could be worth $1 million or $1.5 million. But what you're doing is the free offer, that's a type of a lead magnet, right? The valuation, the scorecard, right? But it's also the educate and educate of, hey, here's the deficits in your business on what you might need to improve to increase the value of your business or to make more money. And then their offer is, hey, you want us to help implement that, right? And for them, their model is going to be a little different. They're not going to offer all the services. They're doing one of our things under here about leads is joint ventures and alliances, right? So I've got another direct marketing that specializes in dentists. I've got a direct marketer who specializes in landscape, the lawnmower guys, right? The landscaping guys, right? I've got a digital marketer that specializes in XYZ, right? So you can say, well, you need more leads. You need is a better target. Who's your target? Who's your $1 million message? And what's your irresistible offer? And once we got that together, then we would hire the digital marketer to go run Facebook ads or Google ads for us, and boom, to the bottom line. And what they're trying to do is create kind of the pipeline. They get the leads, they critique the people, and then whatever help they need, they'll outsource the help. So it's like a little middleman business model, but it's still the same thing. Who's their target market? What's their $1 million message? What's their irresistible offer? Their irresistible offer is a scorecard on how to improve your business, make more money, increase the value of your business.
And increasing the value of your business, small incremental increases in here. I'm gonna bring up this chart again because the title of the show is 41 Ways to Grow Your Business, and you've got all these ways to grow your business. Very small incremental increases in any of these. So let's move to more conversions. Well, let's say you get leads in from Facebook. I don't care what kind of business you are. Let's say you're a local painter, and you get leads in from Facebook, and you convert 1 out of 20, and that becomes a sale to you. Well, if you can get more conversions out of that, so now you convert 2 to 20, that's a 100% increase in conversions. Even though you're only getting, you went from 1 to 2. So that small incremental increase in one area of these 40 plus areas to grow your business, it can make a massive difference. Having multiple compelling offers, like going back to the calendar each day, or one a month, you've got these compelling offers. Well, let's say you have one compelling offer, but now all of a sudden you give 12 a year. That can change your business overnight and elevate the value of your business massively just by improving in some of these areas. Increasing the frequency of purchase. Once again, going back, sending an email every day could dramatically increase the frequency of purchases in your business. So that give you more transactions. So, these are foundational issues for growth in business that so many people ignore. They all almost inevitably, when business gets tough, they stay over here in this right column, and they just focus on advertising or digital marketing in 2 small categories instead of this massive area of your entire business for growth.
No, it's funny you say that. Let's just talk about the profit growth calculator. Can I share my screen on this one?
Absolutely.
Here we go. So I think I can just go right here. What can you see this?
Yep, perfect.
Growth calculator. Yeah. So that's kind of what you were just saying. And so in those 5 areas, more leads, more conversions, more transactions, higher prices. So I'm going to put together a generic. Let's say you have a business that gets 1,000 leads. All right. And then we got a 25% conversion rate. And then they do 1 transaction a month with you, and you charge $100, and you make a 10% profit margin. There we go. So that's a $30,000 business, a $300,000 revenue, and a $30,000 business. If you have a 10% increase in each of those 5 categories, so if we increased your leads from 1,000 leads to 1,100 leads, your conversions from 25% to 27.5%, that's a 10% increase. Your transactions, instead of 12 items a year, they bought 13.2 items a year from you. Instead of charging $100, you charge $110. And instead of a 10% profit margin, 11% profit margin. So with a 10% increase in each of those 5 categories, you would think, hey, I make a 50% increase. You actually make greater than that. I think it's like 62. So your profits go from 30,000 to 48,000. But what you're really getting at is it's not unheard of to do a 50% increase. What if your leads went from 1,000 to 1,500, right, in a year, right? What if your conversion rates went from a 25% conversion rate to a 37.5%? The point is, that's dramatic. Your profit margin went from 10% to 15%. That's a 50% increase. Now, all of a sudden, it's a $30,000 business that's making $227,000, right? So it was almost a 10x profit.
And what's important to understand is it's a 10x profit because you went 50% improved in 5 key areas. And in that chart we were showing you, there's there's a 40 different ways.
41 different areas we can choose. These are just the 5 big ones. Yeah.
Yeah, these are the big categories. But when you go down and you break these big categories down into smaller categories, all of a sudden you've got the ability to grow. And what you don't try to do is grow them all at one time. If there's one thing that when we meet with somebody, we don't say, don't try to grow all this, now. Let's focus on one area for a month, maybe 2 areas in the first month. Then let's focus on that's how come we can get you $25,000 to $85,000 in profit in the next 90 to 120 days back in your pocket. And it's because we're not going to go and try to make you grow 10 times your business.
No, and that's what we're talking about. So our profit acceleration software is taking you through these 41 ways to grow your business, your specific profit acceleration session. We'll go through these. We'll go through them all. We don't need to go through them all. We only need to go through 3, 4, or 5 of them, and you're going to see $50,000, $75,000, $100,000 go through, because you can make some significant improvement in just a few small areas, right? And then that'll be your roadmap. And then you can prioritize which one is the biggest bang for our buck, which one's the easiest to put in, which one has the biggest effects. And then you have a roadmap that says, here's how you add that incremental money to your bottom line over the next 12 months or 18 months or however long it takes to implement it. But that's our profit acceleration software session that you and I talk about now, where we'll do that. We'll find any business owner, $50,000, $75,000, $100,000 in 45 minutes or less without spending $1 more on advertising or marketing. What are we doing? We're taking you through these 41 different ways to grow your business. Not all of them. We don't need to do all of them. We're just going to show you a sampling of them and show you how that affects your bottom line and shows you where your hidden money and opportunity are. Then we prioritize it and put together the roadmap for you, right? And what is our hope? Our hope is that you walk away with a roadmap with a clear understanding of where the profits are hidden in your business. The second hope is we know a certain percentage of you are going to hire us and join our group coaching program, right? We just know that's what's going to happen. But at the very least, you're going to walk away with a roadmap that says, here's where your hidden profits are and here's how to get to them. I hope that you hire us to implement, you join our group coaching program, and we go deeper in all 41 of those areas over the next 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, however long it takes to get to them. There's always room for improvement, right? But that's what we're doing, our profit acceleration stuff. But we started this as a 41 different ways to grow your business, right? And so we showed you that pie chart, which has 41 different ways to grow your business. The idea is you only need a couple of those with significant improvement. It's easy to get, you could say I get 1% improvement in all those areas. Now you'd have a 41% improvement, but really it'd be about a 50 to 60% because of the compounding effect, right?
Sure.
That's what we do in our profit acceleration session. So if you want to find $50, $75, $100,000 in your business in 45 minutes or less without spending $1 more on advertising or marketing, reach out to us and schedule a profit acceleration session. Matt at profitabilitymd.com, Dave at profitabilitymd.com. This podcast, 41 Ways to Grow Your Business, is available at profitabilitymd.com, our YouTube channel, profitabilitymd.com, anywhere you download your podcasts. But this is what we do, and this is what we love to do. And why we do this, we're trying to add value for free. Most of what we give away is for free. And then we know there are going to be a certain percentage of you that want to hire us to help you implement and put together your roadmap and actually implement the roadmap in our group coaching program. So, I mean, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, well, you couldn't have said it any better. We're here to help. And here's the thing. Just because you can do a lot of this yourself, if you watch all 117 of our episodes, I can assure you can grow your business exponentially. However, you don't have to watch all 117 episodes. You could do we could help you do that without watching 117 episodes, although it'd be very worth your time. So you can find us at profitabilitymd.com. You reach out to us if you're interested in our mastermind or group coaching. You can get Matt at profitabilitymd.com or Dave at profitabilitymd.com. And
perfect. Profit acceleration. Find $50, $75, $100,000 in your business. Come on, reach out to us.
All right. Have a great
time.
All right,
buddy. This is good.
Have a good one. Take care.
See you.